กลับมาแล้วนะครับ sorry everybody มาครับถึงไหนแล้วเมื่อกี้ Hi hello how are you เอาใหม่ครับถึงไหนแล้วเมื่อกี้ถึงข้อ2หรือยังเนาะ
ยังค่ะยัง
โอ
ตอบ
เค
ไม่จบ
ยัง
โอเค
ค่ะ
อีกนิดนึง
อ่า
พูดถึงไงแล้วนะก็คือ so the disadvantage in other views that you say watches some dish I think is very big problem for cooker because when we cook something it's not just some dish but have some pans and anything that you pull to prepare vegetable and when you cook is have very much of that dish or that equipment yeah and next is some again is it important for husbands to know how to cook
for me it's not important not only husband but also my sister my brother because nowadays we can order food from outside restaurant yes it คือแบบ I'm not good at cooking yeah so I prefer buy some food yeah I'm not sure at my cooking skill and how about you is it important for husband or anyone else to know how to cook
okay and me I think it is not too important but I think if my husband have some know to cook I think I have very comfortable because I think sometimes when I come back to home sometimes I never want to cook just some lazy and I want someone to cook some easy dish because I love to cook and I can cook some Thai food and if my husband just the eater not the cooker it's not good to me yeah but if he don't know how to cook but he can learn the easily cook I think it is good and important sometimes when I sick he might be cook some easily rice for me yeah but I think it can buy outside okay does your father mother or sister cook
เสียงเจาะถนนดังนิดนึงนะคะโอเค yes my father can cook sheแบบ she can cook whatever I want to eat she can cook northern traditional food and some Thai food if she don't know the food ingredients she will search it on Google or YouTube yeah and IแบบI don't want to do that it just yeah mom you can do it I will support you yeah share you but I don't want to do it with you yeah okay how about you does your father or anyone else cook
my family women can cook me my sister my mother but some special guest today is my father I think he can cook because now my mother visits at my sister home to bring up nephew and he live alone and of course he have to cook sometimes when I call to him I ask what are you eating today and he have to answer me some of dishes and I think you can do but when I'm home when other people at home he never cook and enter in the kitchen just enter to the kitchen just eat but never cook or wash some dish and kitchen I think he think cooking is for women not for men but I think everyone can cook because food is very important if you know how to cook you have to time to cook and not to buy, because buying food and cook food have very different price. Yeah, and he can cook and take care of himself. And who is the best cook, you know?
I prefer Chef Ian in MasterChef. Yeah, because I used to watch MasterChef and I think heแบบan expert of cooking. He care every details of the food. Yeah, but in real life, I prefer my mom. Yeah, she's the best cooker I know. Yes. And how about you? Who is the best cook you know?
My best cook named Quest, Mr. Quest.
Okay, I know.
She is competitor in MasterChef Thailand season 3 and MasterChef Celebrity. He have to enter in the last round in competitions and have the second awards in that 2 season. But I think he have not too developed like anyone who is have lower state from her, but he have very stable, very stable, and just sometime in the last round, in final round, she just have a dub from other competitor, but in all of you and in that competition TV, I think she very smart and expert in every dish and have some imagination to create some different dish from each other, and it's always better. But MasterChef program always say like, even you have very well done before, but this week you fail, it just fail and you can't out of these competitions. Is I think it's so sometimes it's not fair because just some mistake, just you don't cook something to have like something rare and you can out. I see the competitor names Lisa. Lisa is the best one, and one week I think he made cake, and that cake is layer cake. It's too difficult because he have to balance the weight and anything of layer, and it failed. It's just that only one mistake and she out. But I think she is who one of the best competitor, but she out. Yeah, I love to watch MasterChef, and everyone in MasterChef is my favorite cooker. Yeah. Thank you.
I trust you.
alright
You're
thank
very
you
into
so
MasterChef.
much
Thank you ตัวละค่ะ
ครับขอบคุณครับโอเค next pair นะครับ next pair ขอเป็นชดาพร437และสิการ468ครับ Are you ready?
Yes.
1 2 3 go.
What are some of the advantage of cooking your meals at home? And how about the disadvantage one?
For me, advantage of cooking meals at home is like you can choose your ingredient, you can choose your vegetable or anything that you can put on your food, and like to make sure that you choose the best one, the fresh one that good for your
Health.
food. Yeah, and the disadvantage is that the friend the first couple say if you're not good at cooking, you will ruin your food and your time, something like that. And what are some of the advantage of cooking your meals at home, and how about the disadvantage?
I agree with you about everything that you say. Yeah, that's true. Advantage one is we can choose our ingredient, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can put some that we like in our food
Yeah.
that nobody do. Yeah, and about the disadvantage is I would say that we don't have a many tool. Like in my home, we have only a wok pan, a Chinese style pan. We don't
Yeah.
have a non-stick pan, so
Uh-huh.
that's really hard to do to cook when we don't have oil. Yeah. Is it important for husband to know how to cook?
I would say like not just for husband, like in my opinion, I think is will has it would has one of the member of family that can cook and will make the day easier, like when you come back to home and we'll have someone in family can cook, something like that. And is it important for husbands to know how to cook?
I think it's not that important. I mean, I can cook. I do. My husband, I'm okay with if my husband can't cook, you know. So that's not important enough. So does your father cook?
Yes, my father is the best cooker for me.
Yeah.
Always do like I don't live with he every day, and when he back to home on Friday, he will he stay with home in Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, like right and he will do every meal on that day for me, and it's very delicious and I'm missing it so much. And does your father cook?
Yes, of course. My father is the best cooker that I have known before.
Yeah.
I mean, he can do everything. Like, my grandma is number one of cooking, and my father is the second one. He can do everything. I mean, he can fly. I not that fly.
Okay, I know.
He's a bird. I mean, he's a bird. He can do a stir fry. He can do everything with a difficult menu, you know, and it's really delicious when he cooks. And who is the best cook, you know?
Yeah, I would say my father, because in real life I'll my father cooking for me, and yeah, he is the best cook that I know. He know what I want to eat. He know like what the taste that I like, and he can do it no matter what is midnight or like
Every time.
anytime he can do for me. And who is the best cook, you know?
I say my grandmother. She's never take a class about how to cook, and her parents didn't teach her, but she knows everything to cook. She can do a sweet like thong yip thong yod, phổi thong, yeah, khao tom mat. Yeah, she can do everything that people almost didn't do, I guess. And she use it to, and do it really well. I love it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much ขอบคุณครับnext pair นะฮะเดี๋ยวนะกฤตยาวัน182กับบันทิตา192ครับ Are you there
Yes.
Okay 1 2 3 go
What are some of the disadvantages of cooking your meals at home? How about disadvantages?
I think the advantage of cooking at home is you can choose the ingredient that you know it will be high quality. And the disadvantage of cooking at home is you have to washing it before you're done. Not just cooking and eating, but have to wash. And I think it wastes my time. And how about you? What are some of the advantages of cooking your meal at home? And how about the disadvantage?
I think the advantage is I can choose the ingredient and control amount of it I do. And about disadvantage, I don't like to wash the dish and clean the kitchen.
Yes.
Next question. Is it important for husband to know how to cook?
I think no, because nowadays we have the delivery food, so I think it's not important that my husband or anyone else have to know how to cook. And how about you? It is important for husband or anyone else to know how to cook.
I think not important too, because I can cook and we can learn together. 3. Does your father cook?
Yes. My parents can cook both, but mostly my father. And he like to do a Thai food, and sometimes the Western food like steak or spaghetti sometimes, but not often. And you? Does your father cook?
No, my father can't cook. He made the kitchen dirty, and my mother don't like it. Yeah, because my mother can cook. 1. First question, who is the best cook you know?
In my mind, I think it would be my grandmother, because I really like her food, and it was a long time that she cooked for me. Like 3 years ago when I visit her, she only cooked for me, but now we go out to eat at the restaurant. And you? Who is the best cook you know?
I know Gordon Ramsay because I used
Yes.
to show. Yeah, he cooked very fast, and his food looked so delicious.
And he always angry.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much จบแล้วใช่ไหมครับขอบคุณครับ Okay next pair 1 2 3 go พิชามน125กับใช่ไหมสตพร462 Are you there? Okay 1 2 3 go
What are some of the advantages of cooking your meals at home? How about the disadvantages?
For the advantages, I think it can save our money and can be cooked to taste that I like, and I think it's more clean than go to eat at the restaurant. And for the disadvantages, I think it's I must wash the dishes by myself, and it might be tiring to cook. How about you?
For me, the advantages is you can ask your parents to help you to cook. Yeah, and to fix the flavor you like. And the disadvantages is if there are no one at home to help you, you have to eat your own cook, which is not delicious as your mom or your dad cooking.
Yes.
Is it important for you to know how to cook?
I think it may be necessary, but not that much. At least I should learn to make some simple food such as omelette or fried eggs. But if I can't cook it, I just can't buy it. And how about you? It's important for everyone in your family to know how to cook.
I think everyone in a family should know how to cook, because if you're have to living alone one day, you still can make some easy meal to eat yourself. Yeah, you don't have to buy it.
Mm.
Does your father cook?
My father makes food very tasty, but he doesn't do it often. I think he may be lazy. And how about you? Does your father cook?
Yes, my father's cooking is as great as my mom, but he didn't like to cook that much. He'll cook only when he wanted to cook. Yeah, to eat something like tom yum goong. Yeah, he'll do by himself.
Ooh.
But really in a long time.
Like my father.
Who is the best cook, you know?
My grandmom and my grandmom, ย่ากับยาย both of them can cook very delicious meal. I think both of them are the best cook that I ever know. How about you? Who is the best cook that you know?
For me, my grandmother as well. She can cook every kind of food, such as Thai food or Chinese food. And she is great at everything she's done, even it's her first time. Yeah, she don't have to open the cookbook. She just add a little
In her
salt or a
brain.
little. Yes, I just wow, and it's all delicious.
Yes, like grandma, like my grandma, he just put something that foop, 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 and it made it delicious.
Yeah.
Okay, ขอบคุณค่ะ
Okay ขอบคุณครับ Thank you so much. Next pair คนคู่ถัดไปนะครับโยสิตา178กับกมลชยา543 Are you there?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
1, 2, 3, go.
What are some of the advantages of cooking your meal at home? How about the disadvantage?
The advantage is we can ask mom with job and she can show us. Mom always has a written cooking text. And the disadvantage is that if you do not do it right, you will be complained. And you, what are some of the advantages of cooking your meals at home? How about the advantage?
I think the advantage of cooking at home is save money and can spend can spend time with family, like help mom to cook or can make some noise and talk louding at home, and it is a good time to agreement with my sister about who will wash the dish today. And for disadvantage is take a lot of time and attention for cook at home. And next is important for mother to know how to cook.
I think it's important. Cooking is very detailed, especially Thai food. Knowing the first order can make the food tastier and can impress the people who eat it. And you?
For me, I think father must to know how to cook because he will know how was mother try with cooking food because it have a lot of detail and in the same time he work at home wife and take care of children and I think it's so tried. Uh, does your father cook?
I, I don't know because we don't live it, but I guess he probably can cook. And how about you?
Yes, the same with me. I used to eat my father's food and it tastes great, but and I want to try it again, but it's impossible like now. And how is the best cook you know?
For me, Chef Prick is the best chef. He can cook many types of food. He is the number one chef champions and one of the top in Iron Chef. He is the only Thai person who has been selected as a food teacher in Regodongwer. Yes. And who is the best cook you know?
And I have the same with you about Chef Prick because it's he is like my father and he's handsome.
Yes.
And for me, um, my mother is the best cook because she know how to make my favorite food. And if I go to other place far from home, I'm also miss my mother food. Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay thank you so much โอเคขอบคุณมากครับ next pair นะฮะชะดาถึงไหนละธนพัฒน์207กับพิมพ์
ชดาการ
ชดาการเหรอ I'm sorry
Yes
ชดาการ436และเพชรราภา455 okay 1 2 3 go
Yes. Hi. What are some of the advantage of cooking your meals at home, and how about the disadvantage?
Due to the current COVID situation, cooking at home is the best option to avoid to having to go out and meet other people. There are several advantages to cooking at home. Save money, increase my self-confidence when I cook and it's delicious, or if I do with other people, it will strengthen my relationship to help to cook each other. On the downside, the disadvantage of cooking at home, sometimes cooking at home can be very costly than eating outside. Sometimes the ingredients are used are in many ways, but they can be stored and save it and cook it next time. And the worst advantage, sometimes I cook it's not delicious. Yes. And what about you?
For me, I think the advantage is same of you. Like before the COVID-19 situations, I'm used to cook regularly. Like you can control the sugar or some savory powder. Yeah, and moreover, it save about the money. Yeah, and you can eat the healthy food and not costly like the healthy food outside. So disadvantage is like the cook that I did it is not good and not bad, like edible. And sometimes I feel bored my food, like anyone bored your house food that your mom made and what to eat outside. And is it important for husband to know how to cook?
nowadays everyone who can cook is a good thing, but and someone who can cook is not a bad thing. We can choose whatever we want to do or don't want to cook, because nowadays there are many restaurants and delivery service that deliver food to the front of our house, that we can choose what we wanna eat, and it's not necessary for my girlfriend or boyfriend to cook, but if she or he can cook, it will increase the easy of living, because she or he can cook in their own. And if my girlfriend or boyfriend or parent don't know how to cook, it's okay, because I can. And what about you? Is this important for a husband to know how to cook?
I think it is not important to know how to cook, but please help me wash a dish because I really hate it. Yeah, and
Yes.
does your father cook?
Oh, my father rarely cooks. If he does, this is what a big special occasion. On a normal day, he doesn't cook much, and my mom cook for me every day. If she lazy, she will tell me to do it by myself. And during this time, nowadays she was especially lazy, so I often cook by myself. Yes.
Yes.
What about you? That your father cook?
My mom is too lazy to cook too, and my father did. Yeah, and my father cooked better than my mother. That I really like it. Please don't tell my mom to cook it. And who is the best cook you know?
Oh, my best chef for me is my family member, whatever is my mom, dad, my grandmother, or anyone who can cook for me. Everyone in my family has a different menu to cook and delicious. My mom will cook food. My grandma can like to make a dessert. My aunt like to make a noodle. So each menu depends on who made it. So there are many my best chef, because everyone can make a delicious meal for me. And what about you? Who is the best cook you know?
I think I know whenever eaten the food that chef or restaurant made, but I want to choose who close to me, like my aunt and my brother. But he is my sibling. Yeah, they cook for me since I was young, and that taste is homemade like no one can cook it. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much ขอบคุณครับ โอเค next pair นะครับธนพัฒน์207 กับพิมพ์ชนก153 ครับ Are you there โอเค มาเลยครับ 1 2 3 go
What are some of the advantages of cooking your meal at home? How about the disadvantage?
I think that the advantages of cooking at home are I can save money from having a meal outside, and also I can have a various menu for my own cooking skill. But about it, at disadvantages is I have to wash dishes and clean the kitchen, so I don't like washing dishes much. And so what are some of the advantages of cooking your meal at home, and how about the disadvantages?
The advantage of cooking at home is we know how what should we put in food. We put ingredient in food, and we can create a taste what we need. The most we can make a great relationship in family by cooking together. And this advantage is you need to know how to cook food, but it's a funny part to find something new. Is it important for a husband to know how to cook?
I think that if he can cook, it would be great for me. I am kind of into a guy who can cook. The cooking skill is so attractive for me. Whatever my future husband cook, I will love it anyway. And what about you? Is it important for a husband to know how to cook?
I think it doesn't matter what husband know how to cook, but if he did, it is a good because you can use time together to make your food and good time in chicken and in kitchen. Sorry. And does your father cook?
Yes, he has a good taste at cooking, but he hardly cook because he has to work. So I love when he cook because in normal day it will be my mom who cook first. And so does your father cook?
Yes, he is, and he is a nice chef, and I like to learn with him in kitchen. Anything I don't know, I can ask him, and he's always answer me every time. Who is the best cook you know?
The best cook I know is my grandmother. Before she passed away, she cooked and had her own small Thai restaurant. She cooked Thai food very well and have a good taste, such as Thai thaut and pad Thai, and also traditional Thai dessert. So what about you? Who is the best cook you know?
I think my father. Maybe because I didn't watch any kind of cooking TV show or something like that. Everything I know in how to make the food, I know from him. ครับผม
ครับผม
ขอบคุณค่ะ
thank you so much นะครับอ่าเดี๋ยวนะ คู่ถัดไปคือธัญลักษณ์167 แล้วก็ฉัตรมงคล545 ครับ มาเลย one two three go
Okay. What are some of the advantages of cooking your meals at home? How about the disadvantages?
In my opinion, the advantages of cooking at home is you can cook whatever you like and you can add on an ingredient into your food as much as you want. About disadvantages is you have to clean the kitchen and I really hate to do this part. What about you?
Okay. For me, I think it's all about its benefit to cook at home because the advantages is all about you can do whatever you want. You have more of ingredients and you can spend a lot of time of family. You can cook and can eat together. But the disadvantages is about you use more time and you always clean up your kitchen, clean up your anything you use it, and I think it is more time that you spend it. Yes.
Is it important for your boyfriend to know how to cook?
Yeah, I think it is important, but it's not as boyfriend. I think anyone can do it because if you cook for everyone, they always love your meals and love your time like that. I think I like someone like to cook. Yes. What about you?
I think it's not important because I can cook for her. Yeah, just like that.